Hey, what's up, guys? It's Joshua Sohn, and we're back on a new episode. It's a Thursday, November 17th, and it's a very cold day here in Utah. I just got back from a little trip down to see my folks down in Texas. And so it's just kind of a whirlwind of a week for me. But I really wanted to continue this project that I've set myself on. And I hope this is something that for any Studio Ghibli fans and Joe Hisaishi fans out there would appreciate. So I wanted to just do that honor and keep going. This is the cue called A Walk in the Skies, which is closer towards the beginning of the movie. And the last two episodes, I went ahead and fixed some of the notes in the sheet music that I got from MuseScore. And now I feel pretty much ready to get that and at least start it in Cubase. There's a bunch of notes still to fix, and so hopefully as I do this, I can kind of do it as I go and convert those MIDI notes into Cubase notes inside of this session. So let's go ahead and show you that process. So the first thing to do is import a MIDI track for those who aren't familiar with that. So basically I exported a MIDI track from Dorco, and then I saved that file onto a hard drive, and I'm going to load that in now. So let's go find it. Let's go to MIDI, say no. And there's more than one way to do it. I'm just doing the old-fashioned way, I guess, where you go in and you find it and look for it. This is the MIDI file. I haven't even did a test on it, to be honest, to see if it'll load in, but I'm hoping everything will go smoothly today, so here's to hoping. Let's go ahead and put that all down into a new folder, and we'll call this Dorco MIDI. All right, so let's see here. It's looking okay. We got flute, we got oboe, so all the instrument names are down here. Let's see. Let me just double check up here real quick. Okay, so there's nothing here that should mess with that. So I have a little shortcut key that will combine all of this together. And then let's do that again. Zoop, 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 zoop. Like this, and do that one more time. Like that. Okay, so now I have one part or MIDI event that is embedded here. Okay, looking good. Let's go ahead and turn off the music or the background music here and see what we can do today. Looking over everything, I think where we left off, and this is something I'm just thinking out loud, I have all the notes pretty much set and accurate to my ears till about measure 50, let's see, 60, somewhere around measure 50 or 60. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like 66 is where I have it till. So let's go to about here. And just so I can remind myself, I'm just going to make a cut right there. All right, now let's go ahead and move these instruments to up here. How should I do this? I'm just going to do it dividing up this line here and go half and half. So first thing is to just drag and drop some of these notes. The plan here today is try to save as much time as possible with the notes that are in here, but at the same time make it realistic sounding still. So meaning some of the melody that are featured by some instruments such as the oboe or flute, I'm probably gonna re-record that in, or at least do some curves and try to make it more musical sounding. Whereas some of those like string ostinatos, those probably can just be quickly copied over and pasted. All right, so again, all of this from here, from 66 and on out, I should probably say 67. Oops, now that I realize, I think 67 and on out. Let's go and glue that back in. Is going to be mumbo jumbo, so let's just do that. Now we're gonna find every note that I have, or every instrument that I have in my template, and slowly just put that in. So I'm gonna use the Claire Woodwinds for the main flute, woodwind, oboe, all that stuff. And I don't have an English horn, but that's okay. We'll figure that out. I have an English horn that's not from Claire, but I think this will do. So let's see if I can turn that on like that, and give that a second. Okay, so we have English horn. So I'm just gonna do a quick drag and drop for each of these, like that. Bassoon, easy. Now, depending, I might change this to a different instrument I have, like, for instance, not the Claire, but EWO instead, which is the East-West Opus. Okay, easy enough. Let's do the other one. So we have French horn 1, French horn 2. This is where I kind of get in trouble with my template, because I have it set where I only have one of each, and so if I have like two parts, what do you do there? Well, we'll figure it out. So the next thing is picking and choosing what I have. I think the EW or East-West is fine. I also have some Cinesamples horns, and even the Jaeger horns. If you tuck the CC1 data down, it sounds pretty good. It sounds very classical. It was very well programmed and very well recorded. So we can try those two, and then do I have East-West horns? Just basic horns? I don't. So we can start off with these two then, just kind of as different colors for that. And why not? Let's try our best to use both of these today. Okay. I'm thinking maybe I should switch it. So I go Jaeger for the horn 2 part, or excuse me, for the horn 1 part, and then Sonore for the horn 2 part. Let's do the trumpets. Trumpet is just together on one line. I might have to duplicate it, but I generally like using this one. This is East-West Opus, and then I have some trumpets from there and there. My first go-to would probably be Sonore trumpet Cinesamples. Let's find some trombone now. So trombone, we have this. By the way, I should turn these on while we're here, like that. Let's turn these guys on. Actually, I gotta move this over. Let's turn that on. Okay, so we have trombone. We also have this one. This is pretty good. Okay, so let's do that. And I'm just gonna leave some open for options. Tuba will be next. I have this one, which is pretty good, and this one. Okay. Well, actually, hold on one second. There you go. I have a weird method of turning these on. Okay. Let's do the East-West. I think 1 tuba is enough. All right, moving on. So we have timpani. Timpani's weird. I've adopted Cinesamples timpani more than anything else, just out of simplicity. And that's actually one I don't have in my template that's just set. So when I have more time, one of these days, I'm just going to revamp my template and structure it a little bit differently, adding new instruments that I've got over the years. Cinesample. Let's see. Let's just say Cine, like that, lowercase. And let's go find it. Let's go here. Let's go to Cineperc, Cinecore. Boom. Okay. So there's my timpani. Let's move that over here. Oops. Okay, and we're halfway through. So now we're doing percussion stuff. The bass drum, I can try either one of these. So I'm just gonna try the regular 36-inch East-West Opus. Let's see if that turns on. Let's see. Let's try that again. Give it a second. Well, one thing I've had some issues here was with my Vienna ensemble. Sometimes it loads in other weird stuff. So I'm just going to double check something here because it's happened once on another live stream where I turn on an instrument and it's actually turning on like 12 other instruments, but I think we're good. So I'm just going to move this back over here. If there's a quick way to do that. Well, you know what? Let's just do that. We'll minimize it in case we need to go back. Okay, so we have all those instruments, right? Snare drum. Snare, snare, snare. Let's open up all these guys. Okay, let's see. Turn all these guys on. And let's do the Ludwig one. Okay, next we have crash cymbal. Crashes are easy. Let's do this one. And there's also a suspended cymbal, I'm pretty sure. So I'll do that. I'm going to also load in a sample suspended cymbal. I really like the way they sound and behave generally, so let's do that. Let's go ahead and do this one. Okay, we have orc cymbal. Okay, and let's do a test run. Right? Yeah, nice and easy, very playable. I love it. Let's try now the mallets. I think the mallets are up here, if I recall. Let's see. An easy way to go about that is typing it in. Let's do Glock. Okay, so it's right here. Cool, cool, cool. Piano. I have a lot of pianos. Let's see. Let's do. That's actually a good question. I might want to change. I might want to do a custom piano for this one. So let's just put it in right here and say keys, and let's do the grandeur, which is a native instrument one. I think that'll be good with it. This one is a grand, like a Steinway grand that it's emulating, or at least was sampled by, something like that. So that should be good. Let's listen to it and see if that sounds good. Cool. Another thing to figure out here is the tempo, and see by changing the what do you call the, or I should say importing the MIDI file, did that change any of the MIDI stuff, or the tempo track? I mean, so I'm not sure. It might have, or it might not have, but I think we're okay there. I don't think it imported any MIDI for the tempo. Okay, so anyways, I digress. Let's keep going. We have some harp. The harp is also something I might not have in my template, so let's put that in now. Let's see here. We have Celtic harp. So the one I've been actually using more that's not in my template that I've been using the last year is called Elysium Harp. So let's actually put that in real quick. We have Elysium. Okay, and we might load in 2 of these, but let's see. Do I have to type it in? Yep, it's right here. This is a sound iron instrument. Okay, and one can just be the regular, and the other, let's make it a glissando. And I honestly haven't used the glissandos too much, but I might want to try that out for this one. So we have, right. And if you're familiar with this track, and if you followed the last 2 episodes, there's a moment where there's a lot of cool glissandos happening, and we'll need to be creative and find what's the best way to do that. So we'll keep that there. Okay, so we'll put the harp somewhere on those 2 tracks. Next are the strings, and that's it. So let's go down to the strings, shall we? Actually, you know what? I have mine set up differently. It's not in concert order. I just realized. So let's type in strings, violin. Oh, interesting. I have solo violin as well, which I think we're okay with not doing for this one. Let's see. What would it be under? EWO string, VLN? Yeah, like that. And I'll probably just do this and this for this one. Let me think. Yeah, I also have Jaeger stuff, but I think we're okay without the Jaeger stuff for this one. So let's just turn on all these guys. And let's go back to the MIDI. Okay, so we have violin 1. Let's put that here. Violin 2 here. Viola. Yeah, violoncello and bass. Okay, great. So I can now just delete that because I'm actually going to go back sometime before next week's stream, and I'm going to do what I've been doing the last 2 episodes, is just fixing up the notes for the next half of this piece. But yeah, we're pretty much there now. So that's a lot of work just to kind of get started and converting your Dorico notes into Cubase notes on the piano roll, right? But once you do that, then you can go in and now start changing. So for instance, and I should also just bear in mind that this is not on measure 1, so I should probably change this. So let's do that first. Let's see here. Like that. Okay. And this is kind of confusing, so I'm going to move this over. Like so. Let's move this over like so. Okay. So anyways, going back to what I was saying. If you were to press play, this wouldn't really make sense because this doesn't have exactly the right articulation. So if I do the violins, and just double check my instruments to see if they're even on. Okay, so they are working to some degree. Yeah, anyways, I think this one actually has some weird routing issues, so let me just go fix that now. So we have our Vista violins, and then we have our East-West. Okay, so it looks like I'm just not on a articulation. Okay, so it's not even playing because there's no articulation assigned to it, as you can see here. Yeah, this is all messed up, right? Because this is what Dorico was using for their expression maps. So let's go ahead and delete that. And let's see. I guess let's just go ahead and change that articulation. So like for instance this. Okay, cool. So now we can go ahead and the process and start the articulations. So on my sheet music, I have here the strings are doing the melody at the very start. This is actually measure 2. From measure 2 to about dun 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 dun. Let's see. About 40, perhaps. Yep. Okay, so measure 2 to 40. That's what we're looking at. We're going to program this in to there. Oh, and this might not be exactly right. In terms of the phrasing, because now this is not on the grid. So that's another thing to consider is how to convert all this correctly. Yeah, it should be on the grid, but anyways, that's something to do some detective work on. So we have this doing pizzicatos. 1, 2, 3. It's interesting that the notes are going early sometimes, actually all the time, which is a little weird to me. So I'm just thinking out loud when I pasted this in, because it was doing it with the tempo grid. I'm not sure if that messed things up a little. Let's see, because that's really important. If we're to import that without any of this happening here, it would probably make more sense, huh? So let's see here. Let's see. If I were to go like this, I'm just trying to think here. How will be the easiest way to do this? Let's go ahead and insert this over. And let's see if my theory is correct, because this is going to cause some issues. So this is at measure 0, right? Measure 0. Oh, no, right here. Measure 0. And let's be methodical here. Okay, so let's do that to about measure measure 100, like that. Okay. Oh no, let's do 110. How about that? So we're gonna insert that over. Okay. And then what would that make? Well, that's weird. I would think it would start at 110 when you insert it like that. Yeah. Let's do a global copy. There's something funky happening here, and I'm gonna fix this. Okay, so do a global copy. What I'm gonna do is now delete all this hard work that we did. Yet, what will happen is, something happened though. Let's see. If I do that and delete it, oops. Okay, we're good now. But, oh, I see what happened. Okay, I don't know if you know what I'm rambling and mumbling about, but what happened was all of this right here was switched to linear mode, but some of these aren't in linear mode, and that kind of screws up a lot of things. So what I need to do is go to my Project Logical editor, and I have a preset, and this preset will make everything musical mode like that. And yep, by a touch of a button, now all of this is in musical mode. Okay, so something funky happened there when I inserted this this stuff in in the first place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just delete this. I'm going to import this MIDI file one more time. And I know this is kind of a pain. This is why I wanted to do it to show you guys in front, just so that you can see how that process works. But if you don't have those tracks set to linear, or I should say musical mode, instead of the linear time-based mode, then you run into some issues. So let's do this again. And this should go by a little quicker. Let's go. Bloop, 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 bloop. And this is just a little shortcut thing I have. Oops. Okay, so like that. All right. So then these technically should be on the grid. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like they're mostly on the grid. Maybe a little in front of it like this one, but that's okay. I think this is a lot better than before, because it was not lining up by a measure, and we need that. That's super important. Okay. Then I had it only set to about measure 67, so, or let's say the end of 67. So let's just delete up till there, and I might have to send a new folder. I'll just say Dorco again. Okay, hoo-wee. So let's delete the 60 like that. Okay, and then we're going to find where we left off up on this side. So let's move all this over. Although I should probably do it to the grid, so like so. Okay, and then let's find where measure 0 starts over here. Okay, so this is starting on a weird beat. It looks like it's on beat 3, but that's measure 0. And this is in 3 beats, I believe. So, bing, 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. So this is measure 0. Now let's go over here, down below where the other one is, and we're going to move that not to here, but here, because that's where measure 1 is. Okay. So then if I do that, let's double check. Okay, it looks like that first note aligns with this first note. Okay, but this should be more accurate rhythmically speaking, so let's do the same exact thing we just did before, which is, I know it's a pain, but I think we're in better shape. This is all jacked up, as you can see. Okay, so let's just quickly do that. So I'm going to move this and go like that. I'm going to hold Control down as I do this. Oboe, and I did a lot of the thinking or guesswork beforehand. This is actually should be down here. Let's do clarinet. Clarinet is right here, so whoop. Bassoon. All right. Then we have French horn. As you can see, this is all lengthened because I was not in linear mode, or excuse me, musical mode. It was in linear mode. horns 1 and 2. I think I had horn 1 on the Jaeger, and then I had horn 2 on my Sonore. Trumpet is going to be Sonore, so let's go ahead and put it there. Let's do trombone. Trombone would be here. Okay. We have solo tuba. Tuba, timpani. Okay. We'll come back to strings. Let's find timpani. You know what? I could probably now do this, so make things easier to find. Okay, here we go. Here's the timpani. Boom. Bass drum. Boom. Snare drum would be here. Let's move that up. Crash cymbal. So there's 2 crashes happening. There's one in the Piatti crash, and then there's a suspended cymbal. So I'm actually duplicating those, and we'll figure out what to delete and what not to delete on that. Next is Glockenspiel. Next is piano. I should probably put the grandeur piano. Harp. Let's delete that. Okay, now the strings. Let's just bring all this down because this is easy. Like that. Okay, great. Now we should be in ship shape in terms of where the measures are. I can go ahead and just delete everything now from there to there. Let's see. Find measure 0. I'm just looking. You can look down here where the bar is right there, and then I'm just gonna delete that by going like that. Sometimes you have to press it twice for some reason. And that should cut all of that. Boom. Okay. So going back to where we were, the measures should now pan out correctly. My let's see, my marker track, if I were to extend this out, I have a feeling that this is also in what do you call time-based mode. So if I were to do that, boom. Okay, so that's going to really mess things up for me. Hopefully I'll find where these markers are per se, but I'm just gonna, well, let's see. This one's easy because I can just line it up with that tempo, but I'm not sure about this one, so I'm gonna delete that. Okay, great. I think we're all set now. Going back to what I was trying to say was with the strings, we want to just make sure that from measures 2 to measure 44, or I should say 39, is going to be all with pizzicatos. So, and looks like here, this says 37. 37. 37, 38, 39. Interesting. So there's something still not aligning here. Let me just double check. This is measure 0. This is measure 1, measure 2. So I'm not sure exactly what happened here. But it looks like it would be starting here on this part and basically highlighting everything over. Ooh, this is a big one actually. So let's do that again. Let's go all the way in. Can I zoom in at the same time? No, I can't. Okay, well, let's see. This should all be pizzicato. Let's go find up until there. Okay, so then we go pizzicato, and this will be quick and easy. I'm just gonna do it for each one. And then we're gonna actually make some music at the same time. Okay, so this double bass, notice that there's already some CC1 data drawn in. I think that's through the dynamics that it was set to. I think it's safe to say we can go ahead and delete that from these 5 tracks. So I have a quick shortcut key for that. All right, great. Let's listen back here. Oops, excuse me. All of this down here also should be deleted. These are key switches, it looks like. Okay, so just to be careful, let's go over here and delete them like this, one by one. And one by one. One by one. I think with these, the key switches might be up here, or if there ain't, then I think we're okay. Okay, let's press play for the strings now and see how it sounds. Okay, so up until there, that sounds pretty good. I'm gonna double check. Does after this note, is that measure 27? Let's double check. Okay, it looks like that measure should be 28, not 27. Okay, so let's see why that's the case. We're in 3/4, and this measure is 0. Huh, I'm not sure why that would have been the case. Let's double check again. Somewhere along the way, we're short one measure. And if you guys want to follow along, let me go ahead and show you that. Two, three, 1. 22. Okay, 28, 27, 28, 29. Oh, okay. You know what? It looks like we're good. 28, 29 would be silent. Oh, okay. Actually, you know what? Maybe that's where we got off. So there's a 5/4 bar for some reason here that shouldn't be here. So let's go ahead and move it over for now. And let's find in the sheet music. This is a PDF file I exported from Dorico. So it looks like the 5/4 is actually now on measure 40. So somewhere this all got fudged, and unfortunately I have to fix that. So this will be measure 40. Let's actually fix that now. So as you can see now, that's 41, 42, 43. So let's move this over to bar 43. Oh, let's see. Like that. Okay, this is where it got messed up. 43 for the 4/4 bar. 45 is now the 3/4. Okay, and then 51 is just the new section. And it looks like it just goes to 3/4 for that time. up until boom, up until there. And I think the rest is just a mistake. Interesting. Okay, so yeah. So in that case, if I were to delete the rest of this, okay, anyways, we'll fix that part. So this is measure 50. Let's go find measure 50. Measure 50. Okay, so the dun 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 is right here. Dun 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 dun. Okay, so 51 is that new section. Dun, dun, dun. You can think of this as a pickup 251. Okay. I'm just trying to find a good section. So I think up until here, this is 66. Okay, let's go find 66. Okay, so let's delete here. This is where it gets funky. I'm not sure why we're not lining here. This should be 67, but you know what? I think that's because when I deleted it earlier on, the meters weren't matching up as well. So that's where the confusion is. So if I were to do this, I think we're okay. Okay. Yep. Okay, we're good now. So the plan was to go from here to 67. Anyways, great. I think we're aligned. Let's find 51. That's where the melody comes in. Okay, great. So let's also start the beginning. So the very first notes in this cue here has Glockenspiel, piano, and harp is what I have here. So let's just double check that. Okay. And let's look at the Glockenspiel note. That's too high. Okay, great. Also the piano. Oh, this is harp. And this is piano. Okay. The Glock can be longer. It can just ring out like this. Naturally up until around there. Good. Volume-wise, I think we're okay. Let me just make sure that my volume on my headphones are good. I think we're good there. Yeah, my safe headroom is off. In that case, I need to bring everything up just a bit louder. So that's kind of quiet, actually. Let's go like this. Actually, to be honest, I don't think this does anything, so I'm going to delete that. Okay. And this is velocity sensitive as well. That's better. So let's bring that down. Okay. Piano also, I think we're good there. Dynamically, see. We can bring this one up though. Okay. And then the Glock. Okay, let's draw these in as well. Okay. Let's press play. Good. Okay. So up until there, there's not really much to do. I think overall the balancing is really good. All I'd say is let's just draw in some of the dynamics. So how should we do this? I can merge these like this, and let's just draw in the melody. Okay, so when I did that, I went really high. You'll notice it sounded different. I wonder if I just undo that and then go lower, if it changes. Oh, I should also delete that here. Okay, let's do that again. Right, that was better. It sounded different. So when you go up on the higher part, it's like what do you call? Intentionally, it's louder and like there's a delay almost in there. Okay, so up until there, it sounds good. I realized though in the sheet music, I did this thing where it divides up with the violin 1 and violin 2 here. So I'm thinking it sounds a little bit thin now. What if I doubled up on that here for the violin 2 like that? So let's see. Like that. Dun, dun, dun. What if I... Yeah, I might have to double that. So we go here. Right, and it sounds a little quiet here. So these are things that you kind of do as you do a mock-up. It just sounds different. Right? Yeah, and I mean we could probably bring both of this down, but I think that'll help. Okay, so you have dun dun dun, and then maybe this one you can separate it. Maybe this one I should. Maybe there's a little harmony there. I don't know. I'm just gonna add that in. Okay, so next thing is do the same thing here with the bass, and let's do this separately too. So we go. Great. Next, so then this is the viola. Okay, so that's a little loud. Let's try it again. Okay, I forgot to do the record, but we can do retrospective record. Okay, so there's a retrospective. I'm going to glue that in there. Okay, so that sounds pretty good to me. Timing wise, it's good too. I mean, these are just the Dorico notes that I imported in, but you know, if we wanted to be a little bit more kosher with everything, if that's the best word to use, I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so if we want to be, I said kosher, but if we want to be more exact or proper, I would quantize these. So let's go ahead and make sure we're in grid mode. And these are all eighth notes, so I'll just do that. Good, okay. I think we're good there. Now, let's also just double check on our CC7 data. As you can see, all the CC7 data is the same, which is great. You don't have to delete anything or change anything. I think we're good there. That's a good base case. Yeah, if you look at the meter around -15, that's great. We're in a good ballpark where we should be. All right, so now that we have that down, let's look at when the melody starts for the woodwinds. Okay, so this is where it starts to fall apart a little bit. So let's start adding some other markers here. So here's a marker for 19. So this, and sometimes it helps to just add some words like melody or woodwind melody. Okay, so this is just strings still. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And from 19 to 28, I'm going to also do some quantizing. Yeah, so there's some, I don't know, it's like the timing's a little funky to me. And I think that's also because it's speeding up here. And as you can see, it's speeding up a lot, right? So that's why it sounds funky to me. We could probably level this off a little. I'm sure we can go faster here and slower down here, something like that, to just level that. Let's just do 126. Okay. All right, so it sounds much better that way. So the issue here is because I'm doing this to a tempo track, the hope is it's going to sound more realistic. However, the downside is sometimes if it's too drastic, it'll sound too artificial that way, right? Also here, it might help to massage some of the notes. Let's just change all this out. It might be good to massage these velocities as well, is what I was trying to say. So let's go over here and we can randomize. That might help. Let's just go 25% like that. Okay. And it is going to be a little quieter because like the woodwinds kick in. So we could technically just keep it like that. Okay, so this one probably should go down a little more. And then here we should, we should bring this up a little more. Like that. Let's actually draw this in. Okay, same with this. Maybe do a little arc. Okay, that sounds better. Even this one, these last notes. Okay. I think there is a mistake here. It probably should be an A at the end. All right. Cool. So that sounds already better. Let's listen to now the lower strings and mids. Okay, and here maybe what we could do is just record the little faders. Yeah, I think here though, I don't know, maybe with the velocities we could just bring that up. So let's do this. Let's bring that up. Let's bring this up as well. All right. Okay. So now I feel like we got the strings more or less down, from measures 1 through 29. There's going to be other things that we will massage now. Next one will probably be the easy one. Let's do this, the Glockenspiel. So let's bring this up. Okay. And I haven't really mixed any of this, so some of this will sound really dry at the moment. So just keep that in mind as we start mixing this down after. We have some suspended cymbals. Let's see here. Okay, this is definitely a suspended cymbal from here to here. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, I think this should just release. So this should go here. There you go. Okay, let's delete this one. Okay, great. I think the cymbal is kind of loud, so let's bring that down a bit. Okay, great. Let's do the next. The next would be the easy stuff. So the trombone. I wonder if this is tuba. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Oops, I'm on the wrong one. There you go. So we're gonna have to level this a bit. I see. This should be all staccatos. Okay. Now, I had a suspicion maybe this be better in the tuba range. Okay, I'm bring. Let's mute that for a second. See if that sounds better. Okay, yeah. Let's keep this at tuba. Staccato is set already. Great. I think that's better. Okay, now we have our woodwinds. So this is where should I just re-record this and play it in? I feel like I should. but just so we have a frame of reference, I'm gonna put that in here, and let's record it. So any type of anytime you have a melody, I feel like you should do justice by bringing it in and just recording it in if you can. All right, so I'm gonna do in the lyrical articulation. All right. Okay, let's go that much. I'm just looking at my score here. Here is that starting around measure 17. Okay, here we go. Okay, good. And yeah, I kind of like how it was a little longer, so let's do that. This should all be under, let's say, legato, or even one of these are nice, so like a medium. Okay, but that definitely changes the feel, right? It already sounds better that way. Also, these articulations kind of, if you sustain a note like this, as you can hear, there's a little bit of a crescendo happening. Also, the tuning, it kind of shifts up. It gets a little sharper. So there's certain characteristics about it that I love about this particular patch that just makes it sound so real. One thing with the low notes, it kind of dies. So let's just let's bring it up if we can, as much as we can. See if that helps. Let's solo it. Okay. All right, let's press play with the solo. I feel like I rushed that last note. Okay, maybe this one we can go marcato. Yeah, let's see. Okay, great. So that's the flute. Let's go ahead and double that with the clarinet. Clarinet is doing the same thing up until dun, 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 dun. Okay, so I'll might as well just re-record, do another pass. Oh, it's too high. One octave lower. Oh, and also, I should set the articulation. So, which one should I do? Let's do medium. Something like that. Okay, let's do that again. Okay, all right, so this is all medium. I generally like that articulation really well. This one I could also fudge a bit. So when you hold it, crescendos, sometimes there's a little too much though. Okay, and then I held on a little long. Cool, okay. All right, so now because these are dry instruments, what is important to do for all these clear woodwinds, is to mix them a little bit so that they have a little convolution reverb in it. So I have one that I got earlier last year when I was on sale, Spaces, if you're familiar. It's really popular. So Spaces 2 to be exact, and there's a whole bunch of stuff here that you can do to make it blend better. I'm using this in combination with Valhalla Vintage Verb, I believe. So in that case, a nice Hall one would be fine. I think, hey, there's a Utah concert hall, Bravano. Let's see. Let's try the Utah one. Why not? Just for the hell of it. So let's do the basic. Well, if there's a part 1, maybe we could do that. So these are horns, trumpets, front, harp, tuba, front, percussion. Doesn't have a woodwind one, which would be ideal, if anything. I'm actually kind of curious if these other ones have woodwinds for any of the particular instruments. I guess not. Okay. And then these are mono to stereo, which is, I feel like these are all mono. I mean, they're probably recording stereo, but because of how dry they sound, they almost sound mono to me, which I'm kind of curious how that would be if I were to choose this instead. See, like the mono to stereo has woodwinds, whereas the stereo to stereo doesn't. So let's try it and see what happens. Let's go front, left, right like that. And this is just for the first one. So let's see. Oh, I don't even have anything there. So let's copy this. Well, let's see. What's the easiest way to do this so you can see it visually? There we go. Copy all of that over here. Although, before I copy any more, let's open that again. This is convolution, so you have dry all the way up and then -6. So I'm not sure if this is dialed in the best. Let's just listen to this one. Okay, so let's just say around -12 for that. I'm assuming that's the case for all of them. So I'm just gonna delete that and copy those over accordingly. Copy that over here as well. Ooh. When that happens, I wonder which one I retained. Okay, so that one is okay. I'm gonna move that over. Okay. So let's now listen to everything. Okay, great. The flute is a bit hot in terms of volume, so let's just bring that all down slightly. Might as well start here. Let's try 80, and then on this one, even clarinet's slightly loud, not much. Okay. Interesting. I'm just gonna gate some things as well. Let's see here. Well, that's that should be. Oh, I'm way ahead. Sorry, let's see. Okay, let's make it. The tones are, you know, a bit shrill for, and woodwinds are like that, but anything to make it a little more pleasant sounding. I'm just cutting some. Okay. All right. So we got the balancing there more or less. There's more though. So then you have this part. So let's delete this. On this part it goes. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go ahead and delete that or cut it and bring it down here. Okay, and then let's make this legato or strong. Let's make it strong. Okay, that sounds good. Let's combine that. Let's see, let's solo that again. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little cheat and dip that. Okay, so there's our first one. Okay, and then on the, oh, okay, so this is oboe now. Dun, 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 dun. Wait, actually no. No, it is flute, isn't it? Okay, so with the flute part, let's go ahead and I guess that's copied over. So let's go ahead and put that down here. Yeah, I think I can just copy this over as is and do another strong. On this one, maybe let's try a different technique. Let's do staccato here, or marcato. Marcato. Let's do a marcato instead. Let's bring down the attack. You know, that's probably what I should do on the other one now that I think about it. This is one way to tackle it. This sounds more realistic to me, so why don't we just keep that congruent? Okay, bring that out a little bit and let's reduce the velocity. Okay. All right, let's go back and hear how it sounds. Okay. All right, let's redo that. Okay. Cool. All right, there's a oboe that goes da 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 with the Glockenspiel. Let's listen to that. Okay, it's pretty quiet. Let's bring that up. Either marcato or staccato on this part. All right. That sounds probably more characteristic. Okay, good. Let's bring the volume up there. There's a key switch. Let's delete that. Okay. All right. There's also convolution reverb on this, I believe. Yep. Okay, so then, oh, look at that. There's also that going on. Interesting. Um, I think that's good. Maybe the volume here. Let's bring it down a little bit. Okay, anyways. Okay, great. Then we have the horns that go dun, 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 dun. Let's hear that. Okay, so this is where it gets tricky because I love Jaeger. It's actually like a more of a trailer brass instrument. But there, if you bring the CC wheel down or the mod wheel down a bit, it sounds very pleasant as well going down here. So another idea is to move this actually into the sonori horns instead. But let's try this approach first. Okay, and I can't remember if there is like a crescendo happening here. So this is where I have the original track just side by side. I'm going to listen real quick. Oh crap. Okay, I've got to move this over like so. So this is measure 1. This should line up better now. Okay, so that's what I'm hearing. It almost sounds like it crescendos. Okay, so if that's crescendoing, I'll have to shape that accordingly. Okay. I'm gonna actually change my mind here. Let's change that over on this side. So this is sonore now. Sonore is cinesamples. Okay. One thing I do realize I need to change the articulation. So we have dun, 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 dun. I think legato for the most part. Maybe on this first note a marcato. Let's try sustain. Okay, that sounds better. Now, this is copied from Dorico, mind you. So anyone that's watching now, I'm just converting notes that I got from Dorico in the previous episodes, and now that the notes are fixed, I'm importing them in and fixing them as I go. If these are legato, and to really make use of it, I should make sure that they're also doing that, overlapping a bit. Cool. Now this probably can go even earlier like that. Okay, anyways, so up until measure 30, we are good. So let's add a new marker. Okay. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and press play from the top and see where we're at. Okay, great. Hold on one sec. Dun, dun. Interesting. It's a little funky Bum, 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 bum. Okay, cool. Let's make sure I'm crescendoing up in here as well. Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit here and there. Okay, anyways, let's go on to the next part. So we have this. Okay, great. This is a little loud. And then let's put a sustain pedal here too. Okay, so this is the East-West Glockenspiel. Here I feel it's a bit dry as well, and kind of in your face, so to speak. So let's go find the Glock. And then when I say find, I mean because of this is Vienna Ensemble, we need to find the actual output of it, and I don't know what I would name it as. It's probably under metals, or let's see, metals or key. I have group track, key. I forget. Mallets? No. Okay, I'm gonna have to find it here. And I'll remember next time. So, Glock and Crotales, that's what it's under. So here, I think it's fair to... Oh, interesting, I have these compressors and frequency. I'm not sure why they're on. So, I'm just gonna turn them off. And then let's go ahead and put another one of those convolution reverbs called spaces. And I'm curious to hear what kind of difference this would make if I were to do one of these again. Percussion, rear. Let's just do the front. And generally it's on the left side with the Glock, so let's put that in here. Okay, let's press play. Cool. All right, let's try again. Okay, I'm gonna bypass. Okay, turn it on again. I'm gonna try a different preset. Let's try, instead of a mono to stereo, let's try stereo to stereo and do a percussion. Okay. All right, so there's that. The Glock is a bit loud, so let's go ahead and bring the master volume down just a tad. Still kind of loud, huh? Let's bring that down as well. Okay. Yeah, I think the beginning is fine. So it's just this part. I think we really have to bring that down. Okay. And then let's see, what else do we have? I think we can make this part a little louder. What if I deliberately went a little sooner? Yeah, sounds better. Let's try one more time. Okay. All right. So here's the next part. Next part, we're adding some kind of like a motor behind this funky moment. If you guys seen the movie Howl's Moving Castle, this is a part where she's like, the main character is floating with the guy. I think his name is Howl, and they're going, but then she sort of has some kind of fear, and then she stumbles, and all of a sudden there's a lot of action that's happening on screen. So this is the action part. I think this is staccato here for the horns. All right, so yeah, I think I'm fine there. Let's see here. Okay, so let's just do all staccato here. Okay, and if we were to look at the tempo track, something funky happened there. That's because of this right here. That's too drastic. So this is at 160, this is at 134, let's say 144. Okay, 132, like that. All right. Okay, so even there, that should be all staccato. So great. Okay. I think volume-wise, it just depends on how everything else sounds. So let's go ahead and hear a good important moment. Let's listen for the low end. All right, so this is where it sounds, it's like coming apart tempo wise, and I think that's also because of this right here. It's too exact to what's happening on the tempo track I made for the recording, and so what to do? Let's even this out. Let's go 134 here. Let's bring that, and I'm just compromising, so let's like say 136. Let's say 135. So slow it down. Let's hear how that sounds. Okay, good. So we're going to change our articulations for all those instruments that you just heard. I just want to kind of get a frame of reference for the tempo track. I have a feeling that that'll be fine too. Okay, cool. So let's listen for the bass again, right here. I think these are arcos at measure 30. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's still pizzicato. Let's listen for the recording. Okay, they're pizzicatos. So let's keep the pizzicatos as is. Okay, I think this can be just a hair quieter, so let's do that. Okay, all right. So I'm balancing the bass with the cello here for a second. All right, so something's not right. Let's delete that. These are probably key switches. Let's see. At measure 40, let's see what happens. So measure 40, I have arcos. Interesting. That's probably where this comes in. Okay, so this should be, let's just say, spiccato. Okay. That means all of this should be spiccato as well. Okay. However, here, I'm not sure why I have this as F sharp. It should probably be F natural. Boom, boom. And this is in 5/4. Let's see here. 5/4. Great. So 1, 2, 3. These are all key switches. So that's where it gets kind of confusing. Okay. I think cello is fine where the key switches are at. Okay. All right. So okay. All right. So cellos, bring down that volume. Okay. Okay. Cool. Maybe not spiccato. Let's try staccato. Let's try that with the bass as well. Staccato. Okay. All right, let's also make these longer. Okay, now these sound a bit dry to me, the staccatos, so that's going to be a problem. If anything, let's go to the strings and do some convolution reverb as well for these two. So let's go and add spaces. And it's actually only just for the short notes. There's just not a lot of room sound. Even, I mean, I'm wearing headphones, so it's kind of hard to hear room sound anyways, but there's still, I'm not hearing that. And that's where maybe the east-west strings maybe fall short compared to, let's say, the Spitfire ones. Or I'm pretty familiar with the Spitfire ones. I just don't own them personally, but I do work with them a lot. Let's see. Let's go to strings and do maybe this one. And I'm just picking a place, but maybe I should be a little bit more methodical. Since I've been using the Bravo Null, I wonder how that would sound. So let's try this one here. And then let's copy that over to the other one. Spaces. Paste that. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so I'll have them up like this so we can adjust as we go. Okay, here's a little trick. I would filter the low end for both of these. So around, let's say 300. And that's for cello, for bass as well. Go like that. Oops. Okay. And then yeah, I mean, it sounds better, right? Because there's more natural tail. That's what we want. Okay, let's see here. And that's just the double bass. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna listen to this. I think I muted myself. I'm gonna actually mute myself and just listen. Take a listen on the big speaker. Oh, sorry. I thought I was talking and I didn't unmute myself. So as I was saying, it's just good to check with stereos, your monitors, to make sure that the choices you're making actually sound good that way when you're doing reverb, especially, and anything with the low end, especially. Try to use monitors for that. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to headphones so you can hear me, um, and that way I can talk while we're doing this. All right, so I think that should sound okay now with everything I just did. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, we're the whole challenge here is to try to make this as classical as possible. So not, I mean, in terms of the mix, and the instrument choices that I'm making, this piece is perfect for the instruments I'm choosing. But mixing wise, it's gonna be a challenge to try to make it sound like it's coming from a hall. Just because I'm, mix and matching a bunch of other libraries. But we'll do our best to do that as we go. But I think we're good to move on to the higher strings here. So, and I went up until measure 44. So let's see. Maybe I should just go a little bit more towards 51. And just judging by the time, I might just have enough time to go up until 51. So let's do that and make that a goal for today. So with that being said, let's just keep going with the cello and bass. The cello should be probably spiccatos here. Okay. All right, up until there, and then I think this last note should just be a sustain, I believe. So it's like a sforzando. So I think I don't have a articulation per se for that. But I can fudge it. Oops, and do something like this. Let's see if I can fudge this. Ready? Oh, and it needs to be decrescendoing quite a bit. Dun. Let's see. Let's try again. Okay. And then I think this one. Yeah, I think this sustains. I think there's a little crescendo, but let's listen to the original recording. Okay. And this is a musical mode. Let's see. It's all funky, huh? If I were to turn it off, I think we're okay to listen. Try that. So, is there a crescendo? Is the question. There's crescendo in the timpani, but with the strings, I'm not sure. So, I would bet there's a little bit. So, let's try this again. And it should be a drastic decrescendo, actually. Yeah, something like that. I might have gone too much on at the end there. Okay, let's just say good for that. Let's match that intensity with a double bass, I mean. Okay, so I need to change these. This will be sustain, and then kind of like what I did before, I'm fudging it with different articulations, so this will be marcato. Let's try again. Oh, sorry. This should also be switched out, spiccato. Okay, and this part would be the legato. Da-na-na. How would that sound? Let's actually do détaché. Okay. There we go. Da 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 da. Okay, let's quantize this. Oops. Is that right? Let's try that. Maybe a tad heavy there. Just a tad. Sorry. This is throwing me out because the higher strings need to change, but I'm just going to mute that. Cool. The cello might be a tad loud. Okay. Great. Let's do the higher strings now. So the higher strings we have. Okay. Let's randomize the velocities a bit. However, with the randomizing, let's see. Okay, maybe let's kind of highlight the downbeats of 1 and 4. And maybe this too. I'm just gonna bring those up a little bit. Okay. So, and then, let's see. Let me think about this for a second. What if we did, instead of spiccato, what if we did fast run, like a tremolo even? That would work pretty well, actually. Measure tremolo. That actually sounds even better. Let's bring that down a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna build upwards. So meaning we're just gonna solo the bass, cello, violas for this. Here we go. Okay. I think we should do something more like that. yeah. I'm just debating how much more crescendo I should do. Okay. So from here to here, let's just go sustain. And it's almost like a flautando, to be honest. Do I have that? Interesting. This flautando almost sounds like a tremolo flautando, though. It's weird. Let's just do sustain. Okay, so on the sustain, we'll fudge. I like saying the word fudge, but we're just faking this moment. Let's bring out the marcato. All right. This is tricky. It's better to separate these if you can, but since we're using key switches, we'll use this method or system. Okay, so something happened here. I have a feeling there should be like a extra bar or meter change. Let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I think I know what happened. Let's go and move all these. Let's delete that as well. And I think I know what happens. So what we got to do is move this over to measure 51. Or even 50, sorry. So let's listen to the recording, see if that's right. Okay. I wonder if that's right. What if I did that? No, that's not right. So what I should do here is let's slow that down slightly to 170. Okay, and we'll fix that as we go. Maybe the strings need to be moved ahead of the beat or something, but anyways, so I think there was an issue on that end, and I think this should make more sense now as we go here. Yeah, anyways, okay, let's move to the violin 2, violin 1. Okay, let's add some variation on this as well. So something like that. Let's bring these up. Okay, great. And then, so up until there, that's all pizzicato. Now let's move these to our measured tremolo. Okay, this might be spiking up the CPU though. Let's see. Yeah, that could be a problem, huh? But it sounds great. I don't know what it is about that measure tremolo thing. A good substitute would be staccato. Let's see. And timing wise, if we can maybe quantize. Okay. And this just a little trick is to anchor some of these beats with an accent. Okay. Maybe staccato would be better. Now that I think about it, there's something with the measure tremolo that's using more samples, and so it's loading more data and pushing the CPU on that. Okay. Let's try one more articulation, see if this sounds better. This is spiccato. Bring it down. Okay. Interesting. Let's do that. Boom. I'm gonna change that just with the jump. It's a big jump. So let's do this to sustain. Let's do this as a marcato. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to die this out, like that. And then here we'll do legato, or even detaché. Yeah, I wonder if detaché would be better here too. Okay, let's do that. Okay, and the last one would be violin 1. Oh, interesting. There's some Debussy going on here. I might just mute this for now. And let's do spiccato for that. Okay. I see. So let's put some variation to this. Bring this up slightly, especially here. Okay. Okay, so this by far is probably the most mechanical or cheesy sounding moment here for the strings. So let's figure that out. I think I'm missing a note here, so let's see. 40, 40, 40, 40. We have... Okay. Should be E flat, E natural, F, like that. Timing wise, it should be fine. Let's find a better sample. So let's go marcato. Okay. And let's put a little accent on the ends of these notes. Another thing we could do is maybe lengthen it. So okay. Let's see. Let's try detaché. That sounds actually not bad. Yeah. Maybe we can shrink this in a little bit like that. Okay, cool. These are spiccatos, right? So let's figure that out. It's got to be a little quieter. Okay. Maybe we should add these in, and these will be louder. Okay, let's quantize that. Right. Something funky about that. That could be just the reverb as well. I didn't put convolution reverb on the top strings yet, and I didn't want to, but perhaps for these samples and this moment it'd be nice. I'm gonna just shrink this so and see how that would sound. As opposed to this one, let's see. Maybe we can shrink that as well. This shouldn't be too loud. But then you don't want to drop in intensity too much. Okay, so what to do? I'm curious to see if a convolution reverb will suck some of these articulations out a bit and just make it blend better. So let's try that approach. Since I already did the convolutions here up here, let's try that here now. So I'm going to move this over and just copy them. And let's see if that does anything. Okay. All right. Yeah, it sounds more in the hall a bit. It's still, there's still something about it that I can't put my finger on, but let's see. I think it should be okay. Maybe I just need to blend that better volume wise. So okay, cool. So we have that. What's next? Let's look at the next part with brass. Okay. All right, we're gonna look at all the brass that we have here. And this is easy. We're just gonna go staccato on everything. Okay. I kind of like the brassy, tinny sound. So I'm gonna press solo, and let's see what's happening here. We have French horn 2, which I'm not sure which one it is, so let's make sure we label these. Okay, so I have that. French horn 2 has these funky things happening. Okay, this should, I think I missed this from last time, but yeah, this should be a sustain. Okay. Interesting. I wonder how that would sound. Let's do that. Let's just add that in. Either that or that. If one or the other. Maybe the D. Okay, so okay, this should be a staccatissimo. Actually, let's do staccato here. Yeah. What's this? This is trombone. Interesting. So these have some key switches I need to delete. And there's key switches for all of these actually. So let's go ahead and do that. Whoop. Okay. Maybe staccatissimo. I'm just going back and forth, but yeah, that it should all match together. Okay. Yeah. Okay, this one doesn't have any CC data starting here, so let's add the CC11. Okay. All right, so let's go bottom top. Here we go. Oh, and make sure that this has something. So let's do legato, and then let's do another fudging. Like that. Let's try again. Okay. This should be maybe either staccato or portato, one of those. Okay, let's try the next one. Okay, so trombones. This same thing. This should be sustain. We're going to make the first note really pop. But marcato generally is too loud, I've noticed, so you have to like balance it with the velocity. Here we go. You know, I think it should just stay low like that for that one. And then somewhere here, we can bring it up. Okay, next. Horn. Oh, let's program it in first, so. Oops. Okay, so horn, we have sustain or legato, doesn't matter. Okay, we'll do a staccato. Let's try again. Try again. I can't really hear this one. There's other things happening, so let's see. We have here. Aha. So these should be sustained like that. And then this one, let's do staccato, or let's do marcato, like so. And then here we go. Okay. And let's just delete all this. Okay, these should all be staccato anyways, like that. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Let's try the other one. This is the Jaeger horns, or horn 1 or 2. I can't remember. I think this is horn 2. Okay, yeah, and then somewhere here in the middle is always a good safe bet. Okay. While we're here, we might as well just work on these 4 here and make sure these are all staccatos, or maybe staccatissimo, depending. Let's go like that. Bloop. See if you see any funky things like that happening, just delete it. Staccatissimo or staccato. This is sonore or east-west, so. Okay, let's listen to the staccato version, or staccatissimo version. Maybe that sounds better. So that's really subtle though. This one here, let's do staccato. Okay, let's try. Okay, we're just missing trumpet now. So trumpet, there should be a sustain. Oh, actually, you know what? This might be good. Maybe not. Still sounds a little funky, so let's do that. And this is sonore trumpet, I believe. What else do we have? Sforzando. Look at that. That's what we need, actually. Okay. I think the Sforzando is decaying, though, so we'll put it to a sustain after. But it needs to blend better, huh? So I don't know if there's a way to... Nah. There's not really a way to fudge that like the other ones. So how about forte piano? Okay. I just wish it lasted longer. It just decays too fast. You know, in the grand scheme of things, it's probably not that big of a deal. Here, I skipped one part. This is with the violin 1. So we're going to double that, and let's do staccatos. Okay. It's kind of quiet. Okay. That might work. I'm just curious to see if maybe like a sforzando at the end sounds better. Oops. There's a little bit like a muting thing that happens. Okay, we're almost there. I think the only thing that's left is percussion and woodwinds. This is easy enough. So with the woodwinds, we have here this note. Let's go ahead and get rid of that key switch. This should be a just a sustained. Let's just say sus velocity. Okay. And we're going to go backwards too. We'll fix this next part. So we have this part going. Okay, so this maybe with the piccolo would be good. Good. So this can be blended in a little bit with, let's say, the piccolos or just more flutes, but I don't have any of that loaded, do I? So let's go ahead and bring in the piccolo and maybe a flute. Okay, so we're going to just copy that over here and here. Okay, so on these, well, let's do staccato, one of these two. Let's try that one first. Okay. Okay, cool. That sounds good. I'm just seeing volume-wise, we should go lower probably. And also, what if it sounds an octave higher from there? let's do that. Let's listen to the Flute 1. That sounds pretty good, but let's just bring the overall volume down a tad. So let's see. How do I do that? Okay. Okay, cool. Cool. Anyways, that was just the flutes. Let's go to the next part. We have clarinets. Okay, so this is the ending part. I'm jumping kind of back and forth, but this is the part where it goes. Okay, all right, so let's do that now. This would be maybe a sustain with a marcato at the very start. Okay, let's delete this. Let's delete that. Even the second one can go a little bit quieter like that. Okay. Cool. All right, let's listen to other things. So we have an English horn, interestingly enough, here, doing that little line. So let's go copy it. Maybe I might want to add that in just for fun. Something like that. Okay, these should be sustained. This can be a marcato. Okay. Cool. All right, so this is the melody, and this is that funky melody. So let's go back here, and let's see what we can do. Cool. Let's bring up the volume there too. Okay. I don't know if that did anything here, to be honest, but I just did that just see if it made any changes. Let's see. Okay, cool. Let's kind of go behind the beat right here. I'm wondering if I should do a little like a pop right there. Yeah, or marcato. Let's see. Cool. We could probably go to the end of that. Cool. Looks like the bassoon is doing the exact same thing, so let's go ahead and do that as well. Well, this should just be under the next one. So let's go with that, delete that. Let's delete this. Cool. Let's do legato on this one. Let's make sure the cutoffs are the same. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Okay. Cool. All right, we got that. So the last one is the bassoon. The bassoon notes at the very end where it's sustaining. Let's go ahead and change that. Well, let's see. I wonder if I can do it without the markout on All right, cool. It's a bit loud. Wondering how I can do this or how I should do this. Should I just do one note? What if I did the top note instead? Okay, I think that's it. So now, if we're to do this, we have all these guys. Great. Okay, let's go ahead and press play from the beginning and see how it sounds. I know there was percussion, wasn't there? I think, let's see. I think I'm going ahead of myself. Let me make one more change here with that. So we have our percussion crash cymbal. This is what measure. Okay, so here I'm looking at my score. There's nothing here. 43. Oh, no, there is. So this is a suspended cymbal with a mallet. So I had it right the first time here. There you go. That's it. Let's go louder. Okay. This next part is a it's a crash, looks like. So oh, that's great. Why don't we just keep that? Cool. That's about right. Good. I think there's some timpani stuff happening somewhere here as well. So let's see here. Okay, of course that's off. We don't want that. We want that. Let's bring that in the background a bit. 44. We have. Okay, so this is a roll. Like that. Something like that. And then this one is also a roll. Okay, anyways, we're not going to work on that section just yet. We'll do that next time. Okay, so there's one other spot that's very important that I missed. This is a xylophone part. So let's go ahead and put that in now. On measure 50, what do we have here? Do I have Glockenspiel here? Huh. I didn't realize there's Glockenspiel in these moments, so I'll have to double check that in the recording, but let's leave that in for now. But definitely here we need some xylophone. Okay, see. So no rolls, we don't want that. Let's just do that. And let's bring this up. It's probably an octave higher too. Oh. Too high. Okay, that's it. So that also could use a little bit, maybe a convolution reverb there. So let's do that here. Convolution reverb. Sorry, spaces is what I meant to do. Okay, and then this one, let's do. Maybe this one. Okay, let's try that. Cool. There's a harp thing that's happening here. It's not. That note shouldn't be there, and we'll figure out this glissando harp thing next time. But I think that covers it. I believe so. There's a note here. I mean, Yeah, that makes sense. So you have a bass drum with a crash there. We could probably just make that bass drum a little slightly louder. Okay. I think we're good to go today. So we have everything we need. Let's go ahead and press play from the beginning. This is A Walk in the Skies by Joe Hisaishi that I am remaking right now. So we just finished measures 1 through about 50. Here we go. Okay. Great. And the harp glissandos, that's just temporary. I think we can do a better job on that and make it sound a little more realistic. But yeah, that's a really good start, I feel. There's a little bit of a few bumps along the way that we did early on when I was importing the MIDI data from Dorico to Cubase, but I think we got that all smooth and creased out. If you guys want to see when the next episode will be, check out my newsletter on the descriptions below. You can go ahead and subscribe through there. I think you can do it either through there's a direct link to it, or you can there's a free e-guide to 10 ways that you can become a better composer. Also, if you're looking for just basic guidance for music composition and music production, I offer private lessons, so you can reach out to me through the contact information in the descriptions. I will probably do the continuation of the stream next week on the same day, so just plan on that. If anything, I will also make announcements through YouTube and Instagram and whatnot. So subscribe and like this video if you found this video to be helpful, and I appreciate for anyone that did come along and watch today. Feel free to make comments, ask questions while I do this. This is just something I love doing, streaming, and meeting people along the way. Hopefully you guys are learning something new. All right, with that being said, I'm Joshua Sohn. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.